Hello guys, welcome to the channel Phone Mania. So in today's video, we are doing the tips, tricks, hidden features and settings talking video of the Vivo V25 Pro. This is a sunrise blue color of the Vivo V25 Pro in the 12GB to 5GB range. So guys, let's start from the most essential tip of the phone. That means by default, this phone comes with the Google. That means if you try to record a call, both parties can hear that this party is trying to record the call. I will show you right now. So I'm putting on the speaker.
This call is now being recorded. Call recording has now ended.
So each and every time while you try to record the call, instantly it gives an announcement like this call is now being recorded. But here is a tip for you guys. Just dial *#* 556688 #*#. It gives enable alternate phone and contacts option. So just enable that. Okay. Now what happens is it will be asking for the Vivo Dialer. Now it show you. So now it will be having, this is the Vivo Dialer. So just tap over here and it asks to set it as default. So I'm just setting the second one is Vivo Dialer. So I am setting the Vivo Dialer as default and it's done. Now I am again trying to record the call. See, I'm putting on the speaker.
Thank you for calling
Now
Vivo Mobile. For English,
starting to
press 1.
record. So you can see no issues in recording. See, stop the recording. See. So that's the very essential, because most people will be suffering because it doesn't have a proper call recording without announcement. So now let's jump to the main area where most of the settings occurs. That's shortcuts and accessibility. So first of all, we start from the S capture. There's just a 3-finger swipe is the screen capture. That means to take a screenshot. So that's the S capture feature. Then next is smart split. That means using two apps at the same time. That means just give a 3-finger swipe up. So if I am at Chrome and I'm doing a 3-finger swipe up, you can see instantly I could go to another app. So I'm just tapping the maps. So you can see same time I could use the Chrome as well as using the maps. So that's a very interesting one. So that's the smart split option. Let's go back to the settings, shortcut and accessibility. So next is a smart motion. So here starts from the smart screen on and off. Here comes the two main features, that means raise to wake, double tap to light and double tap to turn off. So I would recommend keeping these two on. And next feature is the raise to wake feature. That means if your phone is lying idle and instantly when you picks up your phone, the phone will lighten up. So that's the raise to wake feature. So let me enable that feature. So raise to wake. So you can see now the phone is light down and instantly turns on the phone. And at the same time, you should activate two more features. So that's it. Along with the raise to wake, you should go to the security, turn on the face recognition, and I am using face unlock plus pin, registering a pin 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. Done. Now it asks for my adding my face. So let me add my face. So I have added the face and you can see stay on lock screen after unlocking is turned on. So just disable that. Okay. Now what happens is when your phone is lying idle, then you have turned on the raise to wake. So whenever your phone picks up, it will automatically activates the raise to wake. So that means the phone would be turned on and instantly your face recognition would be scanned and scans your face and instantly. So without pressing any buttons, you can instantly go to your home screen. So your phone is lying flat down the surface and instantly I'm just picking up the phone without pressing any buttons. See, instantly it goes to your home screen. So that's a really interesting and a cool feature. So let's go back to the security, so the shortcut and accessibility, and let's move to the security later on. So smart motion. Then so that was the smart screen on and off. The next is a smart wake feature. Here is a few essential features I will show you one by one. That means when the screen is off, you can draw some gestures to defaultly go to some application. So I am just turning my phone off and I'm just drawing a swipe down. And you can see instantly the camera opens. See, you can see the camera opens. And next is I'm just drawing an E over here, E. And you can see instantly it turns on the Arduino benchmark. So you can set it to any of the apps which you really wish. So I am just going to the shortcut accessibility, smart motion, and smart wake. You can see swipe up to unlock, swipe down to take it for that's the one which I have activated right now. And you can set up draw M to play music, swipe horizontally to change music, and draw F to launch Facebook, or draw E, you can select any of the applications, so you can see. And also I think it should add more options like draw W, draw another few more letters, so that means we can go to the favorite list of your apps instantly from the video on screen of itself. Anyways, it's interesting. And so that was a smart bike. Now next is a shake to turn on flashlight. So it works on 2 occasions. So I'll show you. If it is turned on and if I just do, it won't work, see. But if I am in the home screen, it would work, see. Or I should be in the lock screen with the screen turned on, see. So these are the 2 cases which it works perfectly. Let me type my pin. Okay, so that's the shake to turn on flashlight feature. So let's go back to the settings, shortcut accessibility. So that was smart motion shake to turn on flashlight, so it ended. Next is a quick action, which means when your screen is turned off, just volume down button double press, it would be default going to some application or some shortcut menu. So let me turn on that. So it is currently on the turn on of flashlight. You can set it to any of the applications, so you can see an open app application, because the flashlight is already enabled by the shake and the open camera is enabled by the swipe down. So you could either use the record audio or open Facebook or any of the application which you personally like. So I'm just doing to CPU throttling test, and then let my phone is off, and I'm just down press the volume button. So volume button, see, you can see instantly CPU throttling activated. So that was the quick action. And now press and hold the power menu. So if I just press and hold the power menu, you can see the power menu appears. And if you want to reassign to the Google Assistant, you can just launch Google Assistant and instantly your Google Assistant activates. But actually I'm not a fan of the Google Assistant, so I will be using this itself. And next is the easy touch. It is a thing like the assistive touch as we see on the iPhones. That means just I am just enabling that. So you can see a menu appears like this, and if you tap the menu, few of the features appear, and you can customize that with your own apps and all. So you can see, so if you want to customize, easy, so you can customize, see, just tapping over here, you can see all the apps which should be there, and also you can add a shortcut also. So that's a really cool feature. And I would recommend you to keeping it on the exact position as the power button. So that means when it is hidden, you can instantly find it. So that means if you are in the Play Store looking for something and instantly you need to go to another application or another shortcut, just tap on the exact location almost close to the area where this power button is, and just tap, instantly you can go to the apps. See, how to do benchmark, boom. So everything is with ease with this easy touch feature. So I do recommend to keeping that turned on. Also we have few more type to set it up. That means currently the tap is for open menu. You can also do something extra, that means for use of calculator, just a single tap calculator rule. That means only calculator works. See, just a tap, instantly the calculator appears. Or you can either give to double tap another function. That means only 2 set of functions could be done. So if I do screenshots, so you can see on double tap it would give screenshot. Sorry, I just single tap. See, screenshot is done, and on single tap the calculator would be done. See, but I do keep for maximum set of options. You should always give the open menu. That means you can access tons of features, and also you can access the calculator shortcuts which have done earlier. And you can also set the visibility. See, visibility can be set to the max 100% or the least 15%. You can see just, and I would be keeping it on 50%. And auto hide after 3 seconds of inactivity. That means if it is turned off, you can see it would be appear like a bubble over it, but actually it's not good because it gives a distraction while we using the phone for the normal use. But if you turn on this, instantly after 3 seconds it would be automatically point to the edge. It has a good curved display and all, so that's a really good thing. So that was the easy touch. So let's go back. So shortcut and accessibility, easy touch. Next is I'm gonna skip few of them. So face beauty for video call in the normal calls, and flash notification. That means when you receive the incoming calls, it will your flash will blinks and all. That's outdated feature. And we have some scheduled tasks feature, one-handed mode. That's interesting. So just enable the one-handed. That means it's a mini gesture. That means inward out. See, and you can resize, it's everything. So that's the one-handed feature, so that's also really nice. And yeah, let's check the accessibility. Here we have some the extra dim feature, which is actually, you can see, if you look over there, we can't see the extra dim option. Let's check over here. Does it have the extra dim? No, so it does not have the extra dim feature. So over here, yes. So you should first of all, on just for the first time, you should go for the enable the extra dim feature. Now it would be automatically added, I think. Yeah, it is now automatically added to the extra dim feature. Now it can be accessed directly from the notification panel itself. Just turned off, turned on. That means when your screen is at maximum brightness, so you get that harsh light from the display to your eyes itself. So instead of reducing that harsh light directly to the eyes, but staying the display with the same brightness, you can do extra dim. That means what happens with the extra dim is extra dim keeps the same brightness in the phone but not the harsh lighting to your eyes. So that's a really cool feature. So I would keep recommending extra dim, especially at the night time when you use your phone in the room itself without the light. So that's a cool, really cool feature. And apart from that, so that's it regarding the shortcuts and accessibility. So now you can see I have enabled the full screen gestures. That means no buttons is there. So go to system and go to system navigation, and this is by default the 3-button navigation would be default. You can set it up in 2 types, but I do recommend using the gesture navigation because this is really is. And you can see a light bottom bar also. I would recommend for the first 2 days you should enable that, and after that you can hide the bottom bar also to experience a full display. So just give a swipe up for the home, and if you want to go back, just swipe on the right or swipe on the left to go home, and if you want to go to recent, just swipe up and stop at the middle. So it's really interesting to use these type of fun features. And you can see when enable swipe horizontally to switch apps. That means it's, when you want to switch up, you usually do like this. So you just open the recents and you just do like this. Yes, this is the app which are you going to. So you do like this. But here is an interesting one. So if you are like, just give a swipe like as you are in the gallery swiping between the photos. See, really interesting, huh? So that's a really cool one. Wow. So that's it, does gesture navigation. So once you just try, it would be hard for just one day if you are new to the gesture navigation, but in just 1 or maximum in just 2-3 days you would be really familiar, and it would be really fun to use with very ease. So that is the system navigation. And apart from that, we have some options like multiple users, setting multiple users and restricting the access. So currently you are the owner, and if you want to give your phone to a third party, that means which is not a personal fan of you, just a third party random guy, so you should just add guest and switch to guest. Now what happens is that he can't access your gallery, your files and all. This would be a separate phone. So that's a really cool feature. So see, now your albums would be a completely new one. See, no photos in your album. See, so that's really cool. And whenever you receive your phone back, you should go to the settings and again move to your location, that means the system, and just set you as the owner itself, remove guest, and you would be back as your owner itself with the main phone. Yeah, and it would be asked for your pin and just done. So that's it, the multiple users and phone clone. That means obviously your Vivo V25 Pro would be your new phone. So if you want to transfer your entire set of data, that means your call history, messages, everything, you can just use the phone clone in the old phone also and set this as the new phone and that as the old phone, and every data would be transferred to this phone 100%. Okay, so that was the system. And next is that you can see the Vivo V25 Pro, and you can see 12 plus 8 GB is the current RAM available. That means 20 GB of RAM. But the thing is, this is a 12 GB 256 GB variant, and from the 256 GB it is being using the 8 GB extra. So if you don't need to use the maximum amount of the RAM, so you just need to go to the RAM and storage, and you can see an option over here. Extended RAM can be extended up to 8 GB. Just turn off this feature and instantly your 8 GB it needs to be restarted to get applied, so instantly your phone gets back the 256 along with the 8 GB. That means in total 256 GB, the whenever this option is enabled, it would use the 8 GB from your 256 GB internal memory, and when disabling it, you can use the complete 256 GB. That means the installed apps would be using some, that means the basic phone would be using approximately nearly 20 GB of something, and else you can use completely. And next is regarding, let me see to the notifications. Actually, this is the notification history, which is a really cool feature. That means while you receive some WhatsApp notifications, and instantly you can see the third party or the person who sends your message instantly deleted for everyone. That means you can't access one, so the message would be received in your notifications, but even before, that means you received a double tick, that means that party received the double tick, that means you haven't seen the message and he deletes message. But if you turned on this notification history, each and every notification comes to your like this with the proper timing, which time the notification appear, everything would be appears like that. So that's really cool. Even if the third party deletes the message, you can see, just go to notification history and watch the message what it is. So that's a really cool feature. Okay, there are some without third-party applications you can do, and upon here you can have conversation bubbles and many features over there itself. And next is the another interesting area, that means app lock, app hide, and app clone. So go to security, and over there you can see privacy and app encryption, and it will be asked for my enter your privacy protection password. So I'm just typing a 4321 and ask for some questions, and I just done it. And you can see app encryption is the app lock, and hide app is the hiding of the application. So first of all, I'm showing the app encryption or app lock. So just enable the app lock, and I'm just logging the AutoDo benchmark right now. And you can see, let me turn on the AutoDo benchmark. See, it would be asked for my privacy password, and I'm just telling 4321, and you can see the instantly app opens. But the next time, when I open the application, it would be opened without any app password. So each and every time while you open the applications, if you need to be logged, then you need to do is go to the app encryption, and you can see app lock time. You should tap on that, and it should be enabled that when the screen is locked or the app is closed. So each and every time while you see, now it will be again ask for my pin, again closed, again open. So again ask for my, see, each and every time it will be asked for my pin. So that's a really cool one. So let's go back to this location, and next should be the app hide. So hiding of the applications. So I'm just gonna hide the CPU throttling test. Okay, and along with that the Geekbench 5 also. So I am hiding the Geekbench 5 and CPU throttling test. And let's check. CPU throttling test is unavailable right now, and Geekbench 5. And how to access this hidden set of applications. So you can have an option like over there, hide apps. You can see view hidden apps. Swipe up with the two fingers on the home screen to view hidden apps. Just turn on that. Now just swipe up with the two fingers. So you can see ask for my privacy protection password, and you can see both applications would be there. Else each time you need to go to that location and disable application and again use the application, so it would be a difficult task. So this is really fun to use. And the next thing is obviously the app clone. So it's in the apps. So apps, and you can see app clone is there. So you can use two set of applications. Yes, so that's it. This phone comes with Dimensity 1300 6nm processor. So if you want to explore the maximum set of gaming options, so you can enable the Ultra Game mode to set the maximum. So for the high performance, I have added the AutoDo benchmarks and similar set of the applications over here. So it have esports mode for the maximum optimized control, optimized display settings, frame rate, that means the thermal throttling and all, eagle eye enhancement for the maximum color accuracy, vibrancy and all, and detail sharpening. Then the 4D game vibration, that means a few vibrations when you use some, what do you call, shooting and all, then game sounds and all, then frame rate priority option is all over there. So it would be really fun if you use the application within this Ultra Game mode for the maximum performance out of the phone. Next, I would be quickly run to the basic set of applications, basic set of features. That means the display and brightness. Here we have the eye protection mode for the eliminating the harsh blue light comes out from the phone. Then we have the screen colors. So by default it would be on the standard. For the maximum vibrancy, you can see when it puts on the bright, it gives a maximum vibrant out of the phone. So that's really, you should put on the bright for the maximum output, or if you like the natural colors, you can put on the standard itself. And apart from that, we have the status bar. You can see it doesn't show us the exact battery percentage, so just turn on the battery percentage option. You can see battery percentage, and it doesn't show us what we call the current data use. So just turn on this. You can see 0 kbps currently using, and you can see it changes. Okay, so make sure you use that too. And the screen refresh rate and smart switch. Actually currently it's by default it's on smart switch, but I think in some areas I didn't feel like it's on 120 hertz. So I would recommend, if the battery is not an issue, I would recommend keeping it on the 120 hertz for the maximum accuracy of 120 hertz, or the maximum smoothness every time. In smart switch I felt almost 80% of scenarios it's work, 80 to 85% of scenarios it works in 120 hertz, and that means based on the application it would be analyzing that means is the app required 60 or 120, and then it would be giving the 60 or 120 option. That's the smart switch. But in some areas I doesn't think that it is on 120 hertz, so I use it on 120 hertz itself directly. But the battery is an issue, so must use on the smart switch itself. Okay, so that was it. And next is the visual enhancement. So that means while playing videos it would give the maximum vibration and vivid display effect, so you should turn on the visual enhancement option also. Okay, and that's it. And then apart from that, let's check. We have the lock screen and wallpaper. So here we have the always on display with tons of styles, colors, backgrounds and everything. And you can see display mode, move the font. So that means whenever my phone is just move slightly to the phone to display the always on display. And if you want to schedule from a particular time to particular time, then you can use the particular start and end time. And also you can use the display all day, but I wouldn't recommend these two of them, schedule display and display all day. You can use the move font slightly for the maximum battery less consumption. Okay, so that was it. And regarding the lock screen settings, let's check it really quick. So we have the lock screen poster. That means I'll show you. So that means each and every time while we look at the lock screen, it would be a different set of wallpapers all the time. So that's really interesting. And next we can add text on the lock screen. So my favorite is God is love. So you can see my text on lock screen right now. So you can see God is love. So that's it. And you can see the left and right shortcut. That means the shortcuts which comes left and right. You can it's currently phone and camera. You can change to something else if you really like. Okay, so that's the lock screen settings. And we have the themes, whatever UI colors. That means the UI color can be changed. So that means you can see currently it's on blue, and you can change to few of the other colors based on the recommendations which is provided over there. And next is the home screen settings, and you can see a few of the options. And the major thing is, you can see when I just swipe down, it doesn't give me the notification panel. I need to adjust my hand and access the notification panel. So all you need to go to the home screen settings, and you can see swipe downwards on home screen. It's currently on a global search. Just switch to the notification center. So you can see each time just you give swipe, instantly you can access the notification. So that's also a really cool feature. And so that was the lock screen. And next is regarding the dynamic. That means complete customization of the phone. So that means enhanced dynamic effects option, ambient light effects option, home screen customization. That means you can transition effects, styles and all. Then entering animation. That means it's like a third-party home screen launcher and all. So I'm not really a fan of. And you can see fingerprint icons, fingerprint recognition animations, everything is there. Then facial recognition. So it's completely a set of customizations for the phone. And next is obviously the cameras. So cameras, here we are getting the night mode. Then we are getting the portrait mode, where you can get tons of styles. You can see tons of styles, filter options. Wow, it's really interesting. You can see filter options along with that buffing, skin tone whitening and posture options. Really tons of options for that. And also aperture ISO white balance can be also adjusted. And you can see photo mode. And over here we have the ultra wide option also, and with the HDR mode, macro mode. You can see this is the macro mode, super macro mode. And next in video, you can see video, you can see the HDR mode, and you can see ultra steady mode is over there. So you can see ultra stabilization and 1080p at 60 fps, and in 4K at 60 fps you can see you are getting, I think, standard stabilization. Yes, standard stabilization up to 4K 30. In 4K 60 you are not getting any stabilization. And then more for the 64 MB maximum resolution mode is over there. Panoramic mode, live photo, that means which captures a second before the photo and after the photo, then slow motion, time lapse, pro mode, that means aperture, ISO, white balance, everything can be manually look and to go. And then AR stickers, vlog mode, documents, pro sports mode, long exposure, dual view, which enables a front and back at the same time. So anyways, that's all regarding the Vivo V25 Pro tips, tricks, hidden features and settings for video. So guys, that's all for today. Signing off, it's Phone Mania.